What's up, Toy Fam? And welcome back to the Totally Cool channel. Yeah, this is our second Superhero Saturday. And for those of you who have just tuned in, you can check our channel and see the improvements that we've done. We've created playlists. So if you're into Transformers, just go into the Transformers Tuesday playlist, and so for Superhero Saturday and for Throwback Thursday. So, what do we have for you today? Superhero Saturday is still continuing its Iron Man series. We're basically rounding out to the first 7 Iron Man MCU armors. So, for this episode, before we jump into the other superheroes on our in our collection, we have the first evidence of continuity for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Why do I say that? We're going to be opening and talking about the ZDtoys Mark 6 armor. Now, this is the 6th iteration of the Iron Man armor, stems from the first Iron Man movie. And now, why do I say it's a testament to continuity? Because we first saw this armor in Iron Man 2. When Tony Stark was going through I think he was going through some kind of poisoning because of the palladium that he was using. And he was going through another part of his past with Ivan Vanko being an old part of his father's history. I don't recall everything. And then you have Justin Hammer trying to get the weapons manufacturing deal. And that's in Iron Man 2. And that's when Tony Stark discovered a new element. So for the first time, since we've seen Iron Man on the big screen when he had his round or circular arc reactor, this one has the triangular, the inverted triangle arc reactor. This is the first time that we've seen that. But we don't only see him wearing this in Iron Man 2. It's also the first armor we see him wearing in the Avengers movie. So, let's take a closer look at the box. Like I said, again, clear. Let me show you for perspective. The last one, Iron Man Mark V, had a circular arc reactor. And this one has a triangular arc reactor. Alright, okay. And then, as usual, you have his Iron Man pose on the right, on this side, and on the other side, I think, yeah, there's still that shadow silhouette of him in the Mark 6. On the right side, now you will see it says Avengers, because although this was first seen in Iron Man Mark 2, Iron Man 2, the movie, it was more prominent in the Avengers movie. On the left side, you'd see it says Mark 6. So, again, the Avengers logo is still the Avengers title is very prominent. Same thing here, like here. Okay? And even on the back, you can see his many poses. And then it says the Avengers. Okay? So, let's not prolong the agony, and let's open him up. I really love the ZDtoys. Initially, I liked them because they were cheap, and it was a good way to have an Iron Man collection on the cheap, on a budget. But this is also starting to come together as a very good alternative to, say, the ones produced by Hasbro, or the ones produced by Hot Toys. Hot Toys are way expensive, beyond the budget. So, as per usual, let's look at the box. The box is, like I said, all Iron Man glory, but with a very distinct triangular arc reactor. And again, very hefty, but not as heavy as the other ones. I think they kind of cut back on the material, but it's still heavy, still sturdy. And as per usual, it opens like a double door refrigerator or a closet, like that. All right. Okay. So there's the triangular arc reactor. And he's gone back to the red and gold colorway when he did the red and silver with the Mark V. All right, put him aside. Let's see what's inside. Again, wow, that glossy red finish is really something. It never gets old. So let's take him out of the box. Better this way. Okay. Set this aside. And as per usual with the ZDtoys, you have a 2-layered clamshell. And as per usual, you have the character stand. This time it says Avengers. It doesn't say Iron Man 2 or Iron Man. It just says the Avengers Mark 6. And as before, you have 3 different sets of hands. And one of these hands has holes in them instead of the arc, or instead of the repulsor node. That allows you to put these blast effects and insert them and pose him as shooting at somebody or something. Probably some, what do they call those aliens? The Chitauri. Alright, set this aside. And let's look at this guy. Hope he's not taped up. No, he's not. Let's gently ease him out. Ease him out. There we go. There we go. Like before, you see you have the plastic clamshell, you have the plastic bed, but there's also a plastic lining that protects him from scratching against the other plastic. So it's plastic on plastic on plastic on plastic. Okay. There we go. Set this aside. And boom. Yikes. Now that is an action figure. That is an action figure. So let's take him out. Wow. Wow. Okay. 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 Now, this is just amazing. But let's just run him through the motions. Let's look at the head movement. Okay. Turns left. Okay, better rotation on that one. Better movement on the head. Yeah. Much, much better. Head tilt, still the same as the other ones, but not bad. Shoulder action. Yeah. This one has better shoulder armor. It's really, really sturdy. Really, it looks like a real battle suit. It's not an armor like the Mark V. It's a bit thin and a little bit flimsy. This one's a real battle suit. It's like, I'm gonna go to war. I'm gonna get into a fight. It's like everything he learned from fighting Ironmonger and Whiplash and the other creations of Ivan Vango came into this design and said, okay, I'm gonna fight somebody. And besides, he has the arc reactor that's more powerful now. So, shoulders. Yeah, you have that full 90 degrees. This one's nice. This is a nice touch. The wrist has a nice touch because it's the laser pod, the one he uses to eliminate almost all of the enemies in the final battle scene of the Iron Man 2 movie. And it also has a wrist twist. Okay. Shoulders are good. Down, forward, back. Okay. Elbows are double jointed. I love the double jointed part of the ZDtoys. Just gives you more posing options. Okay. So just like before, Try to move the leg forward. Okay, okay, that's good. I was worried it might have the same flaws as the Mark V where the leg drops or the hip drops. This one's pretty good. Okay, he's rather stable. Moves out like that. Okay, it's a little bit loose, but not too much. Not real bad. Okay, there's the hip drop, but not really bad. Same thing for the other leg. Now the knees are also double jointed. One joint, two joints. There we go. Nice. Very nice. The ankles, again, a little bit twist. It's very close to anatomically correct. Okay? To being anatomically correct. Now let's look at the color. Let's look at the color. This has, for me, out of all the other armors that had red and gold, this one had more of a balance. There's more gold. The gold is more distinct, but it also had touches of silver. Like if you focus on the bicep is silver. Okay, the faceplate is gold. The skull cap and the rest are red, and then the triceps are in gold. Triceps are in gold. The legs are mostly gold, which is nice. It's a nice touch. It kind of breaks off the red of the torso, and you have mostly red on the boot. Okay. Now, there's also gold in the back, and this is another feature that I've always homed in on that the Mark V did not have, but the Mark III and Mark IV did. I think the Mark II also had it. It's the flaps. When he's in flight, there, it's really well integrated into the armor. And just like the Mark IV, you see the inner workings of the armor inside. Okay? But it's still sturdy at the back. Like he could get hit and he can get shot and he'll still be safe inside. Nice. Very nice. Okay, so what's attached to him are fists. Okay, are fists. He has lasers. He has missiles. He has the repulsor, and he also has the unibeam. Okay. Okay. So this this armor featured in quite a few prominent battles. In Iron Man 2, as I mentioned, he was in that final battle scene with Ivan Vanko and the other robots that were kind of drones. But in the Avengers, he was also using this armor to fight against Thor, when Thor hit him with a lot of lightning, and he just hit back. So this armor is solid enough to stand up against the God of Thunder. And then he also featured in the last part of the the middle part when he had to change into the Mark 7. Okay, which is going to come next. Mark 7 is going to come next. This is going to be on the next episode where we round out the MCU Avengers, MCU Iron Man. Okay, so that's it for this. Oh, by the way, the ab crunch is also almost non-existent. It just allows you to twist him around a little bit. Okay. With that, let's go into the toy review. All right. Okay. First impression. We always start with the first impression. Oh, I didn't see that. Anyway, the first impression, probably the best armor. I've said this a number of times every time I open a new Iron Man MCU, but this is probably the best one yet. Mark V wasn't. It didn't hit me as much as this one, but primarily because it was an odd duck. This one had real Iron Man feels. Red, gold, a little bit, a touch of silver. Really bulky. Really, really showed strength. Okay, like it could go to war. It could be used for war. Okay. So first impression, the colors are just nice. They're movie accurate. It even has a nice gloss to it, which is something you wouldn't expect from a figure that costs as little as it does. So first impression, the box, the accent for the triangular part of the arc, Ah, amazing. 4 out of 5. Price point. Let's go price point. 5 out of 5. Because all of the details that go into it, you wouldn't believe that this is just 1,100, 1,200 pesos. That's what, 30, $40? Not even, maybe. About 25 to $30. So it's really a good part of the collection to have. And if you want to collect Iron Man armor, and have a showcase, take them out of the box, put them in a display case, and you want to complete the MCU set, ZDtoys. This is not a sponsored video, by the way. This is not a sponsored video, but I would go for ZDtoys if you want to have that budget collection of Iron Man armor, especially if you're an MCU fan, which I am. I'm a very big MCU fan until a few movies later. But as far as Iron Man is concerned, Tony Stark is concerned, damn, MCU, ZDtoys, Iron Man, top notch. So, I don't want to be biased, but playability suffers a little bit. Playability, it's not really a toy. I mean, yeah, you can play with it, of course, but it's more of an action figure. It's more of a posable action figure display. So, playability, I'd give it a 2. As always, my complaint has been, it doesn't fly with its head tilted and its eyes looking forward. It just swims, right? So that part of the anatomy is something that they have yet to fix. I have yet to see that. Maybe in the next molds they would get it right, but for now, I'm still stuck with that. So playability is 2, but posability, shelf appeal, desk appeal, 4 out of 5. Amazing. I mean, imagine having this on a wall that would just wall to wall Iron Man MCU armor. And it's a showpiece by itself. It's a conversation piece in itself. Plus, you add some more highlights like the arc reactor, and you have your own Iron Man wall, and that's just amazing. I'll show you mine in a few episodes, but yeah, we're quite up there. So overall, I mean, look at how it stands, even without this. Just it's like the only thing that they could have done to make this better is to create a half helmet with a Tony Stark face. That's the only thing. But apart from that, just the armor alone, I'd give this a overall 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. ZDtoys, apart from the Mark 5, which was just fluky, this is Mark 1. No, sorry, I didn't like the Mark 1. 2, 3, 4, 7, 6. Just way up there. Love it. Love it. Would really recommend it to anybody who wants to start their own collection. So, that ends our review of the Iron Man Mark 6, MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe, Iron Man. And don't forget to hit like, smash that subscribe button, and follow us on Facebook. It's the same. The channel's the same name. Don't forget to hit the bell button so that you would be reminded of our next episodes. This is Superhero Saturday. So if you want to look at Transformers, that's Transformers Tuesday. If you want to look at 80s toys, that's Throwback Thursday. And Superhero Saturdays is where Iron Man is at, where the X-Men are at, and where all the other Marvel Universe heroes are at. We also have Batman. So stay tuned for our next episodes. Hope you watch our previous episodes. But with that, I would say goodbye. Thank you for watching. Just want to remind you, the toys are not just cool. They're totally cool. So happy collecting, and I'll see you in the next episode.